Some of those making the dangerous journey into Europe are children, and so far more than 10,000 unaccompanied migrant children have disappeared. That's according to Europel. Many are feared to have fallen into the hands of traffickers who are targeting minors for sex work and slavery. CCTV's Natalie Carney has insight from Belgrade.
Tired, hungry, and many times alone. Since November, there's been a spike in the number of children making the dangerous journey to Europe. According to UNICEF, children make up about 40% of arrivals. Nearly 1 of every 3 of the 62,000 migrants and refugees who entered Greece in January were unaccompanied minors.
Children, particularly who were unaccompanied, were telling us that they didn't have the money to pay for a trip, so that they in some way promised to smugglers that they will pay when they reach the destination country. So this means that they are in a kind of debt. They're obliged on this to return this debt, and nobody knows what they will have to do when they reach the countries where they want to be.
Atina, a Serbian-based NGO working to combat human trafficking, says children have been forced to commit criminal and sexual acts. Some of those minors simply vanish from the system altogether. Rados Drovic, who runs the Asylum Protection Center, says the method of trafficking children is getting more complex.
Actually, you have whole systems supporting smuggling of kids. Very soon after they reach the camps or after they remain in some place, they got contacts. They got Skype or telephone contacts of most probably smugglers or even parents saying them to contact someone else who will organize their trip further on.
One way the traffickers get children across the border is to pair them with fake family members, particularly through Serbia, says Rados.
And there's no way of physically proving that these kids belong to these parents without sort of DNA samples, correct?
Yeah, serious problems for the system that are not developed, that is not capable to function, having in mind kids traveling in huge numbers without knowing language, without having them staying for a longer period of time. You're actually facing with a really dark sea of troubles, and you can't stop this intercontinental migration and smuggling of kids.
But not all unaccompanied minors are being trafficked. Some have been sent to Europe by their parents to find work, and others have been separated from their families. In those cases, NGOs have set up tents at reception facilities to reunite people, and the Serbian government has built 2 centers to handle the influx. Meanwhile, Britain has said it will take in refugee children who have been separated from their parents. Yet for those kids who simply disappear, that journey to Europe has not turned out as they had ever dreamed. Natalie Carney for CCTV in Belgrade, Serbia.